Hello lads and welcome to the 16th episode of the Ipswich Town Career Mode, and it's the second episode of our second season. What we're going to be doing in this episode is a bit more transfer business, because you lads have suggested quite a lot of players to try and add to this shortlist, so I'm going to briefly skip past the shortlist so you can see all your players are on. I'm just going to skip over the shortlist here. These are the players we've got. We'll be going in for some of them shortly. Some of them need scouting still, but we are going to have a look at them, and there are some that I would quite like. First things first though, I don't think I've got any recommendations on what to do with McGoldrick, so I'm going to probably negotiate higher offer, maybe, I'd say. In terms of actually the other players we've got, Freddie Sears and Spence, there's actually been a comment saying we should sell those two but keep Grant Ward despite the high offer from Burnley. I'm happy to keep Grant Ward. We will reject that offer, and if a bigger one comes in, I'll discuss it then. But we've got Freddie Sears and Jordan Spence, who I would like to try and negotiate a better offer, and you know, if the right offer comes in, fair enough. Right, that Jordan Spence deal has been confirmed by Nottingham Forest. Now's the big one. David McGoldrick scored 32 or 33 goals for us last season. It was absolutely crazy. We're not going to get much better for him. And they've straight away accepted it. Wow. David McGoldrick could be going to Stade Rennais. 71 overall. He's been a cracking servant and got us into the playoffs. He got us winning the title, I should say. I don't know where the playoffs coming from. But he's been absolutely class servant, and if he does leave, you know, I hope Stade Rennais keep care of him. Well, it's the big moment. David McGoldrick's gone. He's at Stade Rennais now. He's a long-term servant for the club. He's an absolute legend for the goals he scored last season. It was just a question with his old age, was he going to do it this season? It would have been nice to find out. But the way this business works, it's about money, the majority of it. And we've got a nice bit of money, the most we're going to get for him, 3.2, that's going to have to be spent wisely. Now McGoldrick's gone, he was really playing the number 10 role, kind of behind Abdullahi. We've got a couple of strikers already at the club that we're trying to sell, of course. But I think the primary target for us, and he will be our highest rated player if he comes in, is to get Aaron Moy. He will cost quite a bit of our budget, but I think trying to get him in would be huge. Here we are then. We are going to be talking with David Wagner, and we will try and get him for his value first. We're going to offer him a transfer fee. 11.5 for a guy who's just been relegated and 78 rated. He'll be our highest rated player. We will accept 11.8 for Aaron Moy. And on the contract negotiations, it seems. Big coup for us. We've rounded it up a bit, so what we've got is we've got a 50,000 wage, 700,000 signing on bonus, and we've actually hired his goals, but we've hired the bonus he'll get as well. So we're going to submit this offer, see what they say to that. 54 grand is what we're going to have to accept, and I'm happy to see Moy join the squad. He's a great player, and it's a good coup for us. We've signed a top player, as it said in the top right hand corner. Just thought I'd let you know, in contrast to real life, Everton have bought Thiago Silva. They've got Mbappe and Thiago Silva. I mean, that's a bit mad. The next player I think I'm going to go in for is Eric Aguirre. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but he's a Mexican right back. He can also play in the centre midfield. We want a backup right back, as I said before. If they offer more than 5.8 million, we will just go for his release clause, which is 5.9. Right, I am going to offer a transfer fee of, we're going to go 5 straight away. That's not 5. We're going to go 5 straight away and see what they say. We will go 5.6 for here. We'll go 5.5 actually. We'll see what they say to that. They're happy with that. Looks like we've got ourselves a new right back. Their wage in that is fine. It's actually fine for me. We probably want to counter the bonus. We want to make it rounder, I think. We'll just accept their counter, and we've got our right back. Aguirre is now part of the squad. Right, it looks like we've got a deal for Freddie Sears, 1.8 million to Queen's Park Rangers. I wish him the best of luck. He's been a good squad player for us last season, and it gives us money and wages for us to get someone else in. So Sheffield United have actually signed Danny Rowe in the end. They signed him for 1 million. We couldn't get the deal over the line with Southend, but 1 million for Danny Rowe, still a decent deal. So this is going to be the squad I'm going to take into our first game away to Manchester City. It's a good squad, I feel. It'll definitely give them a game. Whether we win or not, you know, it's highly unlikely. But I do ideally want another striker and goalkeeper. So I will be looking for a goalkeeper. And in terms of Abdullahi, you know, I am going to try and go and get Raul Rui Diaz. That all depends on what happens with his club, whether they can get another striker in. Here's the team in full then. I would like a replacement for Brad Jones by the end of the transfer window. In real life, this would actually be where the transfer window closes. But we, you know, because it's FIFA, we have got that extra month. Back four of Kenlock, Conte, Webster and Aguirre. Aguirre and Conte are actually new arrivals as well, so hopefully they can have a good debut. It's going to be tough against Manchester City's attack though. Midfield, Bishop, Hughes and Ward remain from last season, as well as Aaron Moy and Salabur joining from their respective clubs this season. Abdullahi retains his place up front. Will he score the goals he did last season? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, the Etihad Stadium. Bit of a change of scenery, isn't it? The Ipswich fans have probably packed their end because it's been a while since they've been in the top flight. Let's give them a game to be proud of. Otamendi with an interception immediately. That's the difference here. They're going to close you down. They're going to take away your mistakes. Fernandinho, Coyote. They're going to rip me apart here. We're going to get an early introduction to the Premier League. First shot for Manchester City within the first 3 minutes. Pass, Kenlock, Bishop. Let's play some tiki-taka of our own. I've named one of the episodes Man City Who. That's because, you know, Aaron Moy against his former club. Oosh. Wow, 2 shots within the first 5 minutes, 1 from either side. Aaron Moy, this time against his former club, Fernandinho. Uh-oh. Gabriel Jesus is away. One-on-one with Grant Ward. And that was whiskers away from the back of the net. Gabriel Jesus, you don't associate him with pace, but he certainly destroyed our back line there. We want a fullback here as soon as possible, ideally. Gabriel Jesus and Coyote are playing one-touch stuff on the edge of the box, and that is a free kick, I do believe, which I'll certainly take because it was on the edge of the box. But we will take the free kick and just slow the play down a bit. Oh, it's a penalty. Never mind. It's a penalty, lads. And it's Gabriel Jesus to take it. The referee wasn't very clear. But Brad Jones, can you make yourself a saviour? He's going to chip that, and Brad Jones is going to read it all day long. Relief. Get the edge of the box. Just fed through Fernandinho. Conte with an interception, which is of deluxe class. To see us get away here. We are on the edge here. Kenlock rushes forward with the ball here. First pass one, and looks for the pass for the second. Otamendi this time tackles Kenlock. Kenlock's very strong. Whips a ball in. Abdullahi onto Delph Mendy. Manages to get it away, and Salabur actually had a chance to go and score there. But if it weren't for, you know, it was shaky defending for Man City, but they did manage to clear their lines. Aaron Moy into the feet of Salabur, turns his man and shoots across goal. Claudio Bravo deflects that one out. He saves it, and it looks like that's out for a corner. Is your career gone mad? John Stones forward to Eliaquim Mangala. That's playing from the back, and that's dangerous. When you've got Abdullahi in that position, you'd expect him to score and not blast it over the bar, embarrassing himself the way he did. But when they do that, there's a chance that we could exploit the space. Teddy Bishop into Aaron Moy, who heads it. Yeah, Claudio Bravo, it always looked risky from there, but he did gather it eventually. Coyote gets it back, and it's forward to Gabriel Jesus. Brad Jones with an excellent block. Here comes Grant Ward on the edge of the box, going to whip a cross in. M.A. Hughes going to take a touch and volley it. And that is due to, I think, pressure from the defence, where he hasn't scored there. But unfortunate for the lad. Aaron Moy now into the feet of Abdullahi. That's a bad touch. The second one is blocked by Otamendi, who's been fabulous for Manchester City when he's needed to. Close for the corner. We're going to try our own corner routine. It's M.A. Hughes on the edge of the box. One touch, one shot across goal, and it has been a shot on target. That's what it's resulted in, and it's again resulted in a goal kick. for Manchester City, but that corner routine, simple but effective. Jesus to Conte. Conte needs to try and get back. Fabian Delph tries a curling effort, and it's just wide of the post. Fabian Delph. Jesus forward. He's giving it to De Bruyne. That trickles over the line into the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Manchester City, and I think it's Kevin De Bruyne, the man who's come on, who scored the goal. He's going to go hug his manager, it seems, Pep Guardiola. We've got half an hour to try and get back into this game. Against Manchester City, it's always going to be tough. We've had chances so far, so there's no hope gone yet of trying to salvage something here. But when they've got that quality, they can open you up at any time. Saliba makes his way into the box. Saliba, I think he's won himself a free kick. Yep, he has. And Aguero looks like he's coming on for Manchester City. That's fantastic. Saliba. He was going to take a free kick there, but the ref has told the wall off. Saliba. Free kick into the hands of Gravo, but it wasn't a bad free kick. Into Abdullahi. Abdullahi to Aaron Moy. Just tries to skip past one, shoots, and that hits the post that's kept the net up. Here we go. Kevin De Bruyne tackles, and that's full time. It's a disappointing result. Well, not really, is it? It's a defeat to Man City. What else would you expect? It's an encouraging performance. Gabriel Jesus goes off celebrating there. I did actually sign him a couple of years ago in my FIFA 16 career mode with Ingolstadt, and now he's, providing assists for the man there, Kevin De Bruyne. They just brought on Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, and Luca Modric. That's how good their team is, and it's a 1-0 loss at the end of the day. It's not the end of the world. You can't say we didn't compete with them. It's just their quality end of the day which ended up costing us the goal. We were unravelled. They just kept putting the pressure on, I think, but we can't really fault our performance. We perform like that every game, we'll do alright. Freddie Sears has gone to QPR after that negotiation, so it'll give us more funds in the transfer market to go out and try and attract someone else. Ideally, we want a goalkeeper and a striker. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. My thoughts in terms of a striker are still try and go for Rui Diaz. If that fails, go for Josef Martinez as our first choice striker. In terms of a goalkeeper, we're probably going to have to buy someone else, I think, before we can get another player through the youth academy. We are scouting for a goalkeeper, of course. And in terms of the youth academy, youth staff, that's what I was going for. We've got one scout available. 4 options for you, the ones that have been suggested: Scotland, Northern Ireland, Ireland, and Peru. If we can't get Rui Diaz, why not go and scout the next Rui Diaz? You know what I mean? So that's going to end this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like. Unfortunately, we are in the relegation zone after one game, but with games against West Bromwich Albion and the likes next, Chesterfield, and we've got an easy run now until we play Manchester United at the end of September, so it should be okay. And when we start picking up our first few points in the Premier League, ideally. So that's been it from me. Thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see you later, lads.